morning. We are at the stunning location of Old Queen's Fort this morning. Absolutely beautiful. Sadly, my gimbal has exploded on me, so you're going to get a slightly walky, bumpy ride. I was going to walk us all the way down to the beach, but I thought, no, not without the gimbal. So, just to get a look as we turn into Old Queen's Fort, number 3. There's the clue. Now a 5-bedroom home. Sadly, the cloud is playing with me a little bit, but the weather will change in and out, so we should be fine. I don't see that as being a problem. Let's have a look inside. Ian Morrison design, which means you get the Wallaber telegraph poles running through the building to give it an organic feel. Everything is soft touch. Pickled ceilings, the pickling, which is the shaving down of the wood, and then you bleach it, and then you shave it down a bit more, you bleach it, and then you sponge wash it until you get to the exact flavour, if you like. If any of you have seen A Place in the Sun recently, this house was featured on it. Turning now here, just have a little glimpse out here, and then we will return to this beautiful exit onto the pool deck. As I turn slowly here, we get a good feel for the kitchen. Good sized kitchen. Now that is an island. Look, I like an island. Yeah, no, this isn't an island. It's like a continent. I do amuse myself at times. So you've got the formal dining area on this side. You'll notice that all the windows open and close by rotating on a middle axis, on a vertical axis found in the middle. And look, you see, look at the organic. It's a little bit dark, I'm afraid. Camera's still not perfect for this, but you can see part of that Wallaber being used to give you that feeling of wood and concrete. Back in the day, when this house originally was built, there were no bifold doors here. You're going to see bifold doors at different positions. This one's completely open and some of the others are not. But back in the day, there were no bifold doors. It was just wooden sliding doors that were very much, no windows. That's what I mean, no glass, no windows. I'm going to show you the bathroom that we use for the guests. Excuse the lights just coming on. For the guests that come to use the pool. You can see again, these amazing windows with the built-in security like that. Pool, of course, just on the other side, giving you an idea of the quality we're dealing with here. Which you'd expect of a price of this. A price of this house? No, Alex, no. A house of this price, thank you. So we're down what I call more the service side, the east wing of the house. Obviously, everything you see is included. Not obviously, but everything you see is included. The new extension is directly in front of us, and to the left, the house is currently being lived in, so we have a few things everywhere. My apologies for that. Not too bad. We cleaned it up quite well in terms of bits and pieces. No fan in this one, just air conditioning. It probably deserves a fan, that room, possibly. But it's very small, so once the air conditioning kicks in, very, very cold. Again, here's the extension that we created a while ago. Not quite finished, not quite finished. Fan is due in here, air conditioning is due in here. Small cupboard area here. And then as we look back out, we can see. And you can see above, there's a perfect example of seeing above, that this was the old way of building, which was to not have the roof lines, the walls, apologies, going all the way up to the ceiling. That way it allows a certain amount of air to pass and flow, keeping the temperature of the house down. That funny noise was not my stomach, it was the washing machine. Just in case any of you thought, oh, he doesn't sound well at all. Just gone grey outside, very frustrating. But as this is my third effort with this video, primarily because I'm absolutely in love with this house and the owners are some of the nicest people you will ever meet, I wanted to get this right. And I've still got a feeling I'm going to have to come back and do more because of the blasted weather. We've had weeks and weeks of rain. And then when I did, look at this. I don't know. I mean, it does look good in a video, but nothing looks better than this. Now, the noise you hear potentially in the background of, it sounds like builders having a conversation. is because it is builders having a conversation in a property next, well, 2 doors down, but it backs onto the garden here. And within that garden, they're just tearing the whole down, the whole house down and going again. I have asked them to give me 20 minutes to allow me time to get this video done. I guess that's a formal seating, you might call it, over this side. You see these bifolds, I've left them half open. And those, not that that's relevant. Anyone who's buying a lovely house in Barbados really doesn't need advice on how to open bifold doors. Going into the main bedroom wing, let's go into bedroom number 3 over here. Again, this opens out. You can see the window style there. Air conditioning, I'm sure you've caught sight of already. The fan. These are all very obvious things for a house of this type. Toilet in that side. I think I might get caught in the mirror. I might not. I did. I lose. Never mind. Never mind. Again, simple styling, very classy. There is nothing ostentatious about this home. I'll be brutally honest with you. If you're looking for what everyone calls blingy nowadays, if you're looking for that, this is not the house for you. But if you're looking for a location near Holetown, a walk down to the beach, which is at the end of this video, I am going to walk down to the beach. Look, more of the Wallaby, and you can see again, that light is coming from the bathroom here. And again, I'm just emphasizing how the airflow will work. The organic feel in this house, that soft touch, I think you've got to be here to really feel it. Funnily enough, this is my favorite room of this house. When these are closed, the windows of course, the room is pitch black, and I really quite enjoy having the sun trickling through as opposed to beating through. But this whole house is shaped. Ian Morrison was a genius about positioning a house on a plot to take in what's outside and to take in some of the breeze and to take in the shadows. I worked with Ian on a few developments, and we would go back time and time again at different times of the day so he could capture the feel of it properly. When Ian originally planned this house, this bathroom was actually open to the elements. This was part of his style. Always his houses had one bathroom. Obviously we're going back a few years now. Had one that was open to the sky. And it meant at night you felt like you were having a shower outdoors, of course. It just felt perfectly outdoor shower. Of course there was security in place, so you know, a hooligan couldn't come running along and jump in the shower with you. No. Fabulous. Sliding door here to save some space. Absolute genius came up with that. And this is bedroom number 2. Like I say, actually, my favourite bedroom. I love the roof lines here as well. I grew up in Kingston Hill, in a beautiful home. And my father used to always say to me, one of the few things he said that I took any notice of, my father used to always say to me, roof lines, the different roof lines make a building so attractive. Well, he was right. Now, up here again, excuse me, looking all the way up, again you've got the airflow situation going on where that is actually open to the elements to the left hand side of the house. So air always comes in and pushes out, if you like, or pulls out the hot air. Hot air rises, wind comes in, pushes it all out. All very clever. I joked with the chap at the place in the sun about these big poles, telegraph poles as I call them, telephone poles, wallaby poles, whatever you want to call them, whatever they're made of. And he said to me, wow, chap was ahead of his time with recycling. Hadn't thought of it like that, but I think that's a very fair point. Beautiful master bedroom, absolutely gorgeous master bathroom. I apologise, let me just turn back this way. I don't want to look in people's closet, but you can see the extent of the walk-in closet. Very good size, and plenty of space upstairs for more storage or your bags that you travelled with or the such like. Coming out of here is going to be tricky, not to get caught. But look at this. I mean, talk about a bath with a view. And if you didn't fancy a bath, not a problem. Let's have a shower with a view. I'm a little bit close for that, so I haven't really helped myself. But if I back off a little, I think you can see quite well. Stunning bathroom. Stunning bathroom. Again, a lot of homes that are being built now in Barbados are very, very much the sharp lines. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's 2022. No problem, I get it. But it can't touch this. This house never ages for a start. Going to have a quick scan here in the master bedroom, then I'm going to go back out through the main room and go out and look at the pool and the garden. After that, and I'll give you due warning, I'm going to head down to the beach. Because by that time, you may have seen enough. I'm just frustrated that my gimbal's not working. Yeah, again, apologies for the, well, you can see, actively, this house has gardeners come to it 2-3 times a week. And you'll see why in a moment. Stunning, stunning garden. I was really hoping to come out here in sunshine, but there we go. What can one do? Like I said, I will probably come back and do another video in a couple of months, but for listing purposes, I feel this is necessary. Hold on. Did I walk out and bring the sun with me? Well, no, I didn't. In a word, no, I didn't. The master bedroom that we were just in a few moments ago with their own, what do they call it? Day bed? I think it is a day bed, isn't it? Now, my apologies, I was meant to have changed the barbecue. I didn't, so you're looking at the old barbecue because the new one is not yet put up. Silly me, but dining out here for 10 or 12 people, really, and this gazebo really, really does lend itself. Look at this. I'm afraid grey weather is coming in. Very frustrating. We've had a lot of rain recently. Not quite what you want to hear. I love it. I have stayed at this house previously. Details, we don't need to go into all the detail obviously, but I've stayed at this house previously and sitting here on an evening, and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to turn for you. Could it be any more relaxing? Absolutely lovely. Look at that. Thank you, sunshine. And I didn't mean that in an English way. I meant that in a true thank you to the sunshine. Gardens here are so well maintained. They're absolutely immaculate. Absolutely immaculate. Just going to have another little scan of the pool area. Given this sun coming out like that for us, thank you very much. Oh, palm tree in the pool, or palm leaf in the pool. Isn't that beautiful, folks? That window at the end is the bathroom. You remember I mentioned earlier a bathroom that is used for people getting changed, or of course needing to use the facilities when that goes round to the back of the garage. But I'm actually going to walk around the other way. Let me just show you these two rooms, these two doors here. That of course led you into the bathroom area. That one led you into, if you like, the service area. So again, this is what I call the third bedroom on the left, and then I'm going to come around here from the gazebo, which we've seen already, of course. Let me just turn and show you this from the gazebo. If you're picking up on things that are very homely sitting around the house, as I said, there are people staying here at the moment, so isn't that lovely? I know this house back to front, inside out, and every time I come here, I turn my head and I think, oh, Kodak moment. I mean, even this, look. Do you know these rings, by the way, represent every year of life of this type of palm tree? Amazing. It felt so jungly. Felt like my little jungle walk. I'll let you into a secret. I spent lockdown in this property. I was lucky enough to be offered it by the owner, who was very kind. I had a pass, an emergency pass that I could get around, so there was no issues with that. but we were staying here. And when you literally weren't meant to leave the curtilage of your property, I would jog around this property. And it was a perfect running track. It was just so relaxing. It's absurd, of course. So that is number 3, Old Queen's Fort. I'm not sure why I shared that with you. Oh, I'm going to get run over again. Now, in Old Queen's Fort, because this is absolutely 100% a private road, you actually own up to that fence line. So your garden goes from your boundary to the right and the boundary to the left, all the way across the road, and you own the whole road. So in other words, that is your parking, your extra parking for your guests. Those are your trees that I'm looking at, those 3 big trees. Now, from this point on, folks, as mentioned, I'm going to walk down to the beach. So if you've seen enough, that's fine. The beach video will be on a separate video, so please don't feel obliged to watch to the end, as much as I would love you to. So we're on 16 minutes now. Guys, those of you who are joining me to the beach, I'm doing this to show you how long it takes to get to the beach. I'm definitely going to run out of things to say down here. Even I have to run out of things to say eventually. There are other houses for sale and having been sold down here. They range from literally, and I'm kid you not, 40 odd million US, right down at the front, although that's now changed hands. 7 millions, 4 millions, 6 millions, 10 mils. Remarkable, remarkable road. Look at that. I mean, I see that every other day, guys, and it just blows me away. When I go down the end and before I turn to the pedestrian the pedestrian route to the beach, I'm going to turn around and look up the road because I don't expect you to join me on the walk back up. To the right is a house called Memories. Just to give you a little guided tour, that is owned by the Sixt family. If any of you have hired cars, you've probably come across Sixt. And this is them. This is, I think, they live in Germany, but they're here for a good portion of the time. I might be wrong about Germany, but I think I might be right. To the left here, and this is probably what I'm going to turn around and give you a little glimpse, is a property called the Green Monkey. That's also available at the moment. And that's your road going back up. Sadly, again, the sun isn't being very kind, or the clouds aren't being very kind, and the sun's trying to be. But let us go and just finish our walk down here. So just under 2 minutes so far to the beach. I just want to give you a real-time view. I did this with a drone last week, but I thought, no, someone's going to get frustrated with me with a drone flying around the corner. Stating the blasted obvious, of course, there's a lot of building work going on here, being undertaken. This is a public access to the beach, so anyone can come down here. And there's a house to our left, directly to our left as we're walking down here, that is it's being heavily remodeled. And with that being heavily remodeled, the grounds and everything here look a little bit beaten up. 3-4 weeks, and you can see what I mean by that now. 3 or 4 weeks ago, this was beautiful, like a white gravel stone was all over this. But in the next few months, they'll replace that, I'm quite sure. A little bit wet down here because the bobcats and the such like that come up and down here have churned up the ground, and with the rain recently, the rain has caught. It's very cute down here. Just watching the mud actually. And here we are. Not sure if it's high or low tide. Looks like high tide. They've done a lot of beach work to this area. And a few weeks ago, where those rocks were, the beach extended all the way out. But you get a good feel for how wide the beach is here. Looks a little dark. It's not. Sadly, it's just a camera that can only do what it can do. Now it's time to stop talking. Listen to the waves lapping. So folks, there we go. As the jet ski goes out, and the chap wonders if he's ever going to see his bike again. Number 3 Old Queen's Fort. That sounded wrong. Let me do that again. That was the video for number 3 Old Queen's Fort, not Furt. Don't know what a furt is. Thanks for watching.